And all the enemies have disappeared. That's probably just as scary as having them in plain sight. Okay, let's watch the replay. Okay, they retreated. So the LMG motorcycle unit that was here retreated, but we've lost sight of it. Okay, so let's check suppression. There may be some from that artillery fire. Okay, I'm gonna do this quickly because I need to look around with these units because I get the feeling that we're just not seeing stuff. So I guess I could have done that at the same time, but nah, there's chances of misclicks when I do that, so like going through this process and actually just looking around at the same time. And not all the units would be able to see things anyway, so I don't see any point. And that's just an excuse. The truth is, I forgot I should do that. But anyway, no suppression. So even though you got hit with a, well, actually the 77mm howitzer is smaller caliber than the mortars we've been using up to now. So, not really sure why he took that. Must be a cost thing. Somehow it's more cost effective, perhaps. So I don't know. Whoop, enemy seen. One of the problems with fast units, or units that have a high movement rate, they aren't necessarily fast. It depends what they're moving across, what type of terrain they're moving across. Because each, there's a cost of moving through each hex. So, but is that when they retreat really far. So yeah. Can't resist. He ran away, he chickened out, he buggered off, he pissed his pants. Yeah, couldn't help myself. On the other hand, he survived, and that's not really that funny from my point of view, because now I still have to deal with him later on. I mean, they are recon, so that is a problem. We've got a unit in place that can actually spot quite well. Still have that as a target, surprisingly enough. Which is, yeah, actually that's kind of surprising that I didn't see it. But actually the thing of it is out in the open now. It's got no... If it moves back to the orchard or moves into there, we probably will lose sight of it. Yeah. So it's very, very easy for it to hide again. See that one. I'm just gonna actually have a quick round. And well, we can see him pretty. there's quite a lot of units that can see him, so... Well, but if he moves 1 hex, then chances are he'll disappear. Assuming he rallies. Oh, that is annoying. Although, probably doesn't really matter. No point looking around with those, but... Well, whoever's moving around out there, they are really creeping in. Now, this is turn 5, so it's entirely possible. At 1 hex, they probably have not quite reached there yet, but there's no way to be sure. They have to be moving at 1 hex per turn. There's really no other explanation. Okay, so let's look around with whatever we can look around with. Okay, very limited line of sight there. Same there. Yes, you've got a height 1. This height 1 is going to be a problem. Unfortunately, we don't have any such luck on this side here. So, maybe better. Considering that he's dropping artillery fire here now. Didn't seem to be targeting any particular... I'm gonna look at the replay again, but I think he may have been hitting here. It's hard to tell what hex he was actually targeting. Wow, that is... Okay, yeah, I think it's better for these guys to start moving up. Because they do have some... Well, they have to move up as well. I don't see how they can stay there. Because we have... on this height 1 here. So... unfortunately, it doesn't extend far enough. Yeah, we still have to move 1 hex per turn. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. My plan was to have both of these move up. But I'm not sure now. There's no not really. I mean, yeah, reading is height 1 here, so. However, we can be seen from there, so it doesn't really matter. And I think the same goes here. No. Yeah, so if we move this way into the height 1... Yeah, the problem is we have to move behind it or far enough inside the area of the height 1 area in order to not be seen outside of it. If we move along the edge, we can be spotted, so I don't think there's any benefit. Moving out in the open, infantry are gonna suffer. Who cares? Not my problem. Okay. The scouts. I don't think I'm gonna see anything because, like I said, they are moving very, very slowly. So those will have to move up. Um, I'm tempted to move these guys up, just to see what we can see. However, they are the only scouts I have in the area, so I did look around with them. Their line of sight's quite restricted. It's gonna be hard for them to move up without being seen. Okay, well let's. So probably not going to be doing much else except just moving units forward and seeing what happens. Well, there is no place that the line of sight is blocked except up here. Now, that does mean that they cannot move forward. It looks like Twitch is having issues today. I don't see anything, but what exactly is our line of sight? Not that good. Now, the problem is we can be seen from up here. So I'm guessing there are units in this area already. And we can be seen from this side. If there were units up here, we'd be in trouble. Yeah, so we really can't move very fast here. I'm gonna move those last. We have pretty good line of sight into that area, though. So, what I'm worried about is that some anti-tank rifle units moved in there. It's possible they've made that already, because they could actually move up through year and year fairly quickly, and we wouldn't be able to see them. Well, they had to slow down through there, but they could certainly move up very fast to there, and then slow down for a turn or two, and then move up very fast again. So, I mean, that's an infantry squad at 5 turns. I think they could make it. They could, or they could be at the very worst. They could be somewhere close to that. So that's my concern at the moment. I need to be a little bit careful here. So actually, I may move them back here. But it's a pretty obvious thing to do. So I'm guessing that's what he'll expect. Because I mean, I'm expecting artillery to be deployed on that, actually, on those 2 hexes. Yeah, but I gotta have to figure out carefully where to position those. Looking around with them, so they doubtfully will move up on this side. Very much more likely he'll move up through there, or he may not even bother. I mean, the thing of it is, it's open ground, so only an insane, inexperienced player like me would try to do that, right? But why not? I mean, they're just digital soldiers. I don't care. We're here to try and shoot things. That's what we're here for. And the only way we can shoot things is to get closer to them. That is actually the attitude I'm taking at the moment, because that seems to be where I'm having the most fun during the battling. During these phases where nothing's going on and I have to kind of like figure out what to do without knowing anything, what's going on, it's kind of difficult. Well, probably maybe frustrating would be a more accurate way to describe it, but that's pretty much where I am. Because during this phase of it, you have to be more tactical, right? You have to, or more strategic, I should say, because you need to think long-term planning, and not quite there in my talent. So we really cannot see anybody else moving up here. I think the only reason we can see him is because he was retreating. He was retreating and he's moving at 8 miles per hour, so I'm guessing he actually retreated a small amount and then he moved them back. Because normally when you're retreating, you don't actually get a movement. So that's what I'm guessing that means. And it's too far away to take any shots at him now. It's 22 hexes, not worth it. Okay, so up on this side. Okay, so let's move the recon first. Oh, let's do that here first. Okay, we know there's nobody. We know there's nobody really close by. Actually, I need to watch the replay again just to so I can figure out where he was. If I can figure out the hex he was actually targeting. That was all over the place. Couldn't really be sure. I think he might have been targeting that hex actually. Which is suspicious because that means he's probably seen them there. Well, I do need to move the recon forward. I really can't avoid it. Okay, he was suddenly spotted one. Ah, okay, armor moving up. So why could he not see it? Just out of line of sight. Okay. What is this? Armor's not bad, but I mean the armor's not great, so we might not be. I might be able to take it out at a longer range then. Let's see. Well, we can if when we get a hit, we can actually penetrate that at 40 hexes. So, okay, but was that revealed here? No. So, still not enough information to move a tank out to try and. Well, actually, I can't get into a position to take it out. So, the side is okay. I'm not sure what to do with that information, so I'm gonna. Don't know if I should leave him here. It doesn't look like he was targeting that hex, but it's hard to say, right? I mean, none of the units actually took any suppression, so whatever he was firing at, whatever hex he was firing at was not, didn't have any units in it. Well, that one got hit. He hit this one here, so I don't think they can move through there. We may move that way. That one got hit, that one got hit, that one got hit. Either one of those could actually have been the target hex. Don't know, can't know for sure. Okay, this recon is moving. Okay, we can cross there and then move that way, I think. Yeah, let's look around. Well, I mean, as you may have realized, I didn't really examine the map carefully enough when I was figuring out where to advance up. I was going to try to advance. I probably should have looked at that. So these guys may not actually be able to advance anywhere at all. We'll see. I don't know. They may be able to do it under. If I deploy smoke behind it, and then use that, but I don't really have a lot of smoke ammo, so that may not be feasible to hide them for several turns like that. Well, as I said, we'll see. Not really worried about it at the moment. It's a case of the mistake has been made. You cannot do anything to fix it now. Now these scouts need to move it forward ahead of them. So same year. So even if they go into advance, the scouts need to move a couple of hexes in front before any advance will happen. I'm gonna put him into the trees here. one. Yeah, so these the scouts will probably move up this way. These guys cannot move fast anyway, so they might as well move up one X at a time this way until they can get behind some height 1 area. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's in contact by radio. Him there. Now that hex got hit. I don't know if that was the targeted hex or not, so I'm not really sure where to. Now I'm actually thinking of moving across this side instead, since these guys are going to be moving up, and I should be able to place them in there. I need to be out of sight, so let's do that. Nothing there, just to be sure. Now that kind of puts him out of. That way. And well, he's gonna have to cross the streams somewhere. Don't cross the streams. Yeah, let's move that way. The thing is, there's artillery landing around here, so moving 2X's like that is risky because now even if he's not targeting that hex, I mean, he's getting a lot of scatter with the howitzers. That's the difference. That may be why he's taking it, because in the open the howitzer is really you get a lot of scatter with the shots, so you don't really aiming at anything specific, right? That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. He moved, and he's gonna stay there. Oh, he might as well stay there. But the mortars will move over this side. Well, one of them anyway. And let's see. Okay, so no. Let's move 2X's. Can't really risk moving him again. Okay, so I'm gonna move him into there. Okay, I think that's it. Now, just... now that we've seen that, I may actually have to move, may want to move one of the scouts on top here, just to see if we get a shot across there. And that'll actually give me an idea if there's anything on that side. So, not gonna unload anything here, but... can't decide where to put them. So if there's... curious, there's no... It's not carrying anybody. We got 5mm of armor over him. That's it. That's all we got. But he has a bigger gun, so I don't know. That probably allows him a little bit more extra range, I'm guessing. Yeah. Let's move back to that position. Actually, that is not what I had in mind, because it's a little bit high up now. Yeah, actually, one back. Still concerned about that area. Not much I can do about it. The only option is to move back there again. That does allow line of sight pretty far that way, though. Yeah, let's do that. It cuts down the angles on the angle from that side. They'd have to move up a little bit further, which probably will result in possibly being spotted from there. It also makes the range a little longer. He's safe. He can't be hit from there. So that's quite a long-range shot for anti-tank rifle. Or, unless because he's moving a tank up through here, but that seems unlikely. In fact, I'd say that's impossible. Yeah, there's enough line of sight there that would not be possible to do without being seen. Even like a tank moving 1 hex at a time is gonna get seen no matter what. They're just too big. Yeah, I think we're safe from armor moving up. Now, infantry anti-tank, that's a different issue. Okay, I think I'm done. I guess I should check ranges. There's not calling it any artillery. How fast is this tank moving? Yeah, it's moving pretty fast. So there's no way it's going to be in that position again next turn. What is okay, so it's moving to. This is going to act as its recon. As for the motorcycle unit, probably acting as recon for the scout, for the tank now. So if you could take that out, that would be helpful. But I don't know where it's going to move to. That's the problem. Well, it may be time. I don't know where to deploy the smoke. So the plan is to move this platoon this way towards the road, possibly turning that way after they get closer to it. I don't know. It's looking like these guys may not even be able to move up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think that's it. I'm gonna have to unload some more of these scouts. I think we need some more. Need some more eyes around. Okay, let's check ranges. Anything's not been we haven't fired, so it will be set. Thought I may have missed one last turn. So that was a quiet turn. As I said, I'm finding I don't really enjoy the quiet turns. When the battling is is actually the main thing of that is happening, then I'm finding I'm enjoying that a lot more. So, I mean, I'm definitely planning to move up. I don't really care that that's not really a good idea for the infantry. Is let's try and find the enemy so we can shoot some things. Seriously, that is it. That is my tactic. Might as well have some fun. Okay, so I'm not. I need to reduce this range back down to 6. So we don't have anything worthwhile in sight to shoot at the moment. Mortars. Yeah, we're at extreme range. Actually, we had maximum range. The range is only 25 X's on those on the heavy MGs. So, those are 10. Okay, let's send a turn. Okay, well, it looks like that area is going to get pounded